Protein on a budget. If you watch my other channel, Solo Mum to One, you know I am all about frugal living and budget-friendly things in life in general. And I live on a very tight budget as a single parent. And when I started going into eating more protein, because I'm a woman over 40 and more protein is going to be better for me and my body as I get older, I realised that the things that I was watching online was this is half of my budget gone before I even buy food for my son and what we generally need. So I started looking at what protein I could have that is actually going to be budget friendly. Now, I do have a protein powder. I have a vegan protein powder because the whey protein powder does not like my body at all. It makes me bloat like a big balloon. But I still do have protein powder every single morning mixing with my yogurt. But I don't have it the rest of the time, and I need to get that protein in, but I need to save money as well. So I started looking at different ways that I could have high protein meals, but on a budget. And in today, I want to go through what I found and give you some ideas as well. And if you don't know me, my name is Rachel. I am the founder of the other YouTube channel, Solo Mum to One. I'll link that in the description box below. But on this channel, I'm also a fitness and wellbeing enthusiast. I'm also in the process of taking my personal trainer level 3. I'm already a qualified fitness instructor, level 2 dance teacher and menopause coach. And I started this channel to help other people live a healthier and happier life with the experience and knowledge that I already have and continue to learn. So if you like that kind of thing and think that this channel could help you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now, recently I heard on the radio that our food prices are going to increase by 50% by November of 2026, and food prices are already extremely expensive. And then if we want to have protein powder and superfoods and organic food, it's just going to cost way too much money. And how are we going to afford it? Some people will agree and disagree with me on this, and I completely understand both sides of the story, but I am not an organic food person purely because of the cost. I can't afford it as a single mum. So I have to get my protein in different ways. And yes, it might not be the best, but I'm still getting protein in and I'm still trying to feed my body in the best way I can on a budget. So first of all, why does protein matter? Now, I've already done a video on why we should be eating more protein, especially a woman over the age of 40, but let's just recap what I put in that video, which I'll link in the description box below. So as we get older, our body naturally loses its muscle mass and our bone density starts to decrease, our metabolism starts to slow down, and eating more protein is actually going to help strengthen and maintain our muscle mass. It's actually going to help our bone density as well. Protein can also help keep you fuller for longer because we also notice a shift in our body weight. Now, sometimes our body weight doesn't actually change, but our body composition does. So we may, as women, start to notice more body fat around our midsection. And it's not that we have actually gained weight, even though some of us can. It's more about where our body fat is now accumulating on our body. So with our estrogen levels, estrogen helps spread out our body fat basically and makes us look a little bit more proportioned. But with our estrogen going all over the place and lowering as we go through the perimenopause, our body fat can't spread out a little bit more. There is another word, but I can't think what it's called. So therefore it seems to gain more around the midsection, around our legs and our glutes as well. So that's why women still feel a bit self-conscious during the perimenopause stage, because our body composition is a little bit all over the place. Now, eating high protein with strength training, I know we'll link last week's video on strength training in the description box below and in the cards above, so do go and watch that one. And I've done quite a few videos on strength training and other things that we should be prioritizing for our health as we get older, and I will link it all in the description box below for you. But protein and strength training together is going to help our bodies thrive a lot more. And as strength training and eating high protein can increase our metabolism, which helps shift that body fat and helps it move around our body a little bit better. So what foods can we eat that's going to be on a budget and high protein? Now, the first one is eggs, and eggs is a high protein food. It does have protein in it. It's also a healthy fat source as well. And you'd have to eat quite a lot of eggs to get your 30 grams of protein in. But pair that with something like tuna or a chicken salad or something else, then it is going to help increase that protein amount. So having eggs, whether that's boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, egg muffins, which my son loves, or just having a good omelette, whether it's an egg white omelette or an omelette with the yolk as well, which is where your healthy fats come in, is all going to help add a little bit of extra protein into our bodies. Eggs are a little bit more affordable. Now, they can be expensive if you're buying organic. And yes, organic is better. And I'm not going to disagree with you on that. Organic eggs are much better. But I can't afford organic eggs. I've got a little boy that absolutely loves egg muffins and omelettes and eggs, basically. So I have to buy 12 eggs for, I think, £2.9p from Home Bargains so that I can make sure that I can afford to buy him eggs. So even though they're not organic, but I do still try to buy free range eggs, but it's just the cost of it can be a little bit expensive. So eggs is a great source of protein and can be a little bit more friendlier on your budget. Number two, if you watch my other channel, you watch my grocery hauls, you know I love Greek yogurt. I am a yogurt queen. I love yogurt with everything. So yogurt is really easy to have for breakfast and just have it as yogurt. Have it with overnight oats. You can have it in the evening for a pudding, or you can use it to make a nice dressing for your steak, for your chicken. So Greek yogurt is very versatile in all meals of the day. It's also really high in protein, which is why I love Greek yogurt so much, because it is high in protein. Now, you can get 0% fat or 10% fat. A lot of people like the 10% fat one and feel that you do need that extra bit of fat, and some people just prefer a fat-free one, so it's more of a choice for you. Now, I get a 1 kilo tub of Greek yogurt from Aldi for like £3.29, and it lasts me the entire week. I also buy a protein yogurt as well, so I do spend a lot of money on yogurt, but I love yogurt, so I'm quite happy to spend that money, but it's not overly expensive, and buying it from Aldi rather than other supermarkets actually helps me save a little bit extra cash as well. The best thing about yogurt, it can be sweet or savoury, and you can have it, like I said before, with your chicken or your steak, and you can put barbecue seasoning in it, or all different savoury seasonings that you can have as a dressing, or you can have it on top of pancakes, in oats, in smoothies, or just plain yogurt for breakfast with some berries and honey, just to give it a little bit of extra taste. Number three is a love or hate. Now, I love it. A lot of people can't stand it, and that is cottage cheese. Now, cottage cheese is one of the most high protein foods that you can have, plus it is very, very cheap. I buy one from Aldi and it only costs me like 99p for a tub, and yet it doesn't last very long, but I do have that with Greek yogurt as well. Now, some people don't like the taste of cottage cheese, but you can add it into different things as well to make different meals. So you can blend it up with more Greek yogurt. You can add it in and bake with it as well and make some brownies. There's lots of recipes of cottage cheese meals that you can make. I think someone made the omelette with cottage cheese once as well, and you can make pancakes with cottage cheese too. So you can do lots of things with it to not so much taste the actual cottage cheese. And even in shops now, they do cottage cheese with pineapple. Now, I like my cottage cheese with peanut butter. Some people haven't tried that. I absolutely love it. And a viewer on here, a lovely viewer who talks to me quite often on here and on my other channel, he's absolutely lovely. And he said that he puts barbecue seasoning in his cottage cheese, and I'm like, I have to try that. I haven't tried it yet, but I will. And again, like Greek yogurt, you can use cottage cheese on anything and have it as part of a meal or even just as a snack. Number four, one of my favorites is tinned tuna. It is so cheap and so versatile and really, really quick meal that you can throw together. So cut up some salad bits, chuck it in a Tupperware tub, add the tuna on top, maybe put some Greek yogurt or cottage cheese in it as well, boil some eggs and put that in, and you've got a really high protein meal and probably very low calorie. And tinned tuna in brine, not in oil. In oil, it's going to be higher calorie and it's not going to be very good for your stomach. But if you do tinned tuna in brine or in water, it's actually going to be much better for you. And plus, I can get a tin of tuna for like 55p in Aldi, and I usually buy 2 or 3 tins at a time. They're great lunches, great meals for on the go as well, and you can even have them in omelettes to get the extra protein from the eggs too. Number 5, not my favourite, is chicken thighs. I don't like any chicken with bones in, so I always buy chicken breasts. This is a little bit more expensive, but I always go to the clearance items first to see if there's any chicken on the clearance items. If there is, I always grab that, bring it home, put it straight in the freezer and get it out some point in the week when I know I'm going to be having chicken for lunch or for dinner. But chicken thighs are cheaper than chicken breasts. So if you don't mind having chicken thighs and eating it off the bone, or you don't mind spending the time taking the chicken off the leg so that it's just a chicken and there's no bones in, then chicken thighs are going to be much cheaper than chicken breasts. I just personally prefer chicken breasts, but I only buy them on the clearance items in places like Asda and Tesco. Chicken is a great source of protein, and you can have it on its own, you can have it as a roast, you can have it in curries, you can have it in stir fries, you can make so many meals with chicken. High in protein, can be relatively cheap if you buy chicken thighs rather than chicken breast, but it's a preference like mine is, and is great for batch cooking. So if you bought a massive chicken for a Sunday roast, then you could use the rest of that chicken to do chicken pasta bake, chicken curries, chicken stir fries. You can do so much more with it. But chicken thighs are going to be cheaper if you are on a tight budget and you don't mind chicken thighs. I just personally don't like them. Number 6, if you don't mind having them, is lentils. I like lentils. I don't mind having lentils, but a lot of people don't like them. I do make a red lentil tofu, which I'll be putting on this channel in the very near future or early next year to show you how I make red lentil tofu. It's very high in protein and it's relatively cheap for a massive bag of red lentils. So I got this huge bag from Aldi a few months ago and I've still got loads of it left. And I think it was like $3.99, but it was absolutely massive. It was like 2 kilos worth of red lentils and it wasn't overly expensive and I can do so much with it. So I can just have red lentils as part of a salad. I can make red lentil tofu. I can put them in soups, in curries, in bolognese. And I could even make a shepherd's pie or a cottage pie and add the lentils in to bulk it up, which is going to keep you much fuller for longer and you're going to have lots left over as well. So lentils is a great source of protein, it's relatively cheap, and it's definitely something that you can add in all meals to bulk up the meal to save you money in the future. Number 7 is beans. If you like chickpeas, kidney beans, cannellini beans, black beans, butter beans, lots of beans. Beans. If you like beans, then they are also a great source of protein as well, and they are relatively cheap. I love having all different kinds of beans and I can put them in all different kinds of meals as well. I can add them in my curries, I can add them in my cottage pie just like I can my lentils. I can add them into salads if I want to. Beans are budget friendly, high in protein and high in fibre, and if we're eating a lot of protein, we need the fibre to go along with it. So I have done another video on fibre. I'll link that in the description box below for you to go and look at afterwards, but you do need to have a good amount of fibre in your diet too. Number 8 is milk. Milk is a good source of protein and a good source of calcium, which is great for our bones. Now, a lot of people have different preferences of milk that they have. Now, my mum absolutely loves cow's milk. She won't drink anything else but cow's milk. I don't like cow's milk at all, and it hurts my stomach a lot too. Makes me feel very uncomfortable. So I have almond milk. I don't like soy milk or oat milk. I've tried them all, and almond milk is the one that suits me better. And it's not as good as cow's milk when it comes to the calcium side of things, but it's something that fits my body and it's relatively cheap. It's only 99p for a carton from Aldi. Cow's milk can be a little bit more expensive. It can be like $1.65 a full pint of milk, but again, it's not overly expensive. You can still fit it into your budget every week. With milk, you can add that into your smoothies, into your overnight oats, and even into your porridge if you have porridge in the morning for breakfast. So milk is a very cheap and budget-friendly food item, and it is packed with protein and calcium as well. Number 9 is frozen fish. Now, frozen fish is going to be cheaper than fresh fish. I prefer frozen fish. My son has frozen fish, even though his is breaded. I like salmon as frozen fish. I find fresh salmon is absolutely delicious and it just tastes so good. But I just can't afford it. It's just a little bit too expensive with all the other items I need to buy as a single mum too. But frozen fish is a little bit more cheaper and I'm still getting that protein in that I need. Frozen fish is a little bit more convenient and it is so nutritious for you as well. So even though it's frozen, it's still very nutritious. Things like whitefish and even frozen tuna and salmon, or just mixed seafood, especially prawns. Prawns are a great source of high protein and relatively cheap as well and friendly on the budget. So having some kind of frozen fish in your daily or weekly meal plan is going to be budget friendly and highly nutritious for you. And finally, number 10 is tofu. So if you don't eat meat, if you are vegan or just vegetarian and you don't want to eat any of the other things that I said, lentils, beans and tofu is going to be for you. Tofu does have protein in. It's a plant-based option. It's very, very affordable, and it also has a long shelf life, which is really good, but it also absorbs lots of flavors. So if you are putting it in curries or cottage pies, or you're putting it in something with lots of flavors in, it's going to absorb all those flavors. So tofu is a great source of protein. It's a great option for plant-based meals. So finally, a few little tips for you is to buy frozen. Frozen food can be very nutritious for you just as much as fresh food, but it also helps food waste as well, because you only take out what you want or what you need. If it's just you on your own, you only take out what you need and you can put the rest back in the freezer, which stops food waste. And as I said, it's highly nutritious as well. The second thing you could do to help eat more protein on a budget is to buy the non-branded items. So most supermarkets now do their own brand version of all the foods that you can buy. So buying a non-brand version, most of it tastes exactly the same as the branded version, but a non-brand version will actually help you save more money, and you're still getting all the nutritious benefits that you need. Third tip I've got for you is to batch cook. So batch cooking, a lot of people think that you've got to sit on a Sunday afternoon and you've got to be in the kitchen all day batch cooking lots of meals. I don't personally see that. As a single mum, I don't have time to that. I've got to be doing things with my son, keeping him occupied. And plus, I don't know about you, but being called mum every 30 seconds for a drink or a snack or to watch this or to play or do something just means I can't sit in the kitchen for hours on end just batch cooking. So how I do it when I'm cooking a meal during the week, I will cook an extra portion. I'll put that in the freezer. By the end of the week, I've got a whole week worth of food. So if I'm on my own at any point while my son is with his dad, I've already got meals in the freezer ready to go. And finally, my other bonus tip for you is to buy tinned food. So buy tinned vegetables, buy tinned beans and lentils. It's just as good for you, and it's going to help save money on your budget. As well as that, tinned food has a longer shelf life. So if you're caught short one day, or you're a bit short of cash one day that you can't afford everything in your meal plan that you usually buy, then you've already got some food already in the cupboard stored away, because it does have a long shelf life and you're still getting all those nutritional benefits. So as a woman over the age of 40, eating a high protein, high fiber diet is really important for our bodies to keep us healthy and strong and independent as we age and want to spend more time with our family rather than being too ill and not being able to do things that we really want to do. It doesn't need to be expensive. It can be budget friendly. Yes, organic is going to be much better. Yes, the superfoods are going to be great to have. But if you are on a tight budget, you can still have a high protein, high fiber diet within your budget and still have a long, happy and healthier life. I would love to know from you now, what is your budget-friendly, high-protein food that you absolutely love? Out of all those 10 that I mentioned, my favourite is Greek yogurt. I just love Greek yogurt. I love tinned tuna as well. That's one of my favourites too. So tell me in the comment below, what is your budget-friendly, high-protein food that you absolutely love to do? And if you'd like me to do more videos like this, let me know in the comment box below the kind of videos that you would like me to start recording, and I will get them uploaded as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like today's video, don't forget to hit that like, share and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos from me. I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a good morning, good day, or good evening. I'll see you on the next video.